Alrighty, welcome guys, welcome. This is the Crayfish, and today we have a very interesting little setup we're going to teach you guys how to do. And it's not going to involve redstone unless you want it to. That's entirely up to you. My setup does have a little bit of redstone going, but that's just to help dispose of some of the items, and I'll explain all of that very, very soon. So, what are we building? We are going to be building an Enderman Farm. What exactly is an Enderman Farm? Well, an Enderman Farm deals with these wonderful, bad, weird, crazy things in the world of Minecraft that are... Where are they? There we go. The Enderman, and we will need an Endermite. We're also going to need a minecart for this. Some rails. And really, you're only going to need one rail in reality. But when you're doing this in survival, it's better to have more rails than just one, because getting that Endermite is going to be the biggest pain in the butt of your whole life. We're going to need leaves or non-spawnable blocks. Leaves are typically what people go to, that or glass. You can also, we'll grab some slabs. We'll just do oak slabs for now. And then the other thing is we'll need some trapdoors. These can be your preference. It doesn't matter which one they are. We'll use spruce. But there's going to be two main components that are going to go into this. Two main components. And then I do need some regular old blocks. So we're just going to use smooth stone. That's what we have at our setup in one of the realms. But what is going to happen? And I'm going to show you the components here. And then give you some information in terms of the amount of blocks needed. So I'm going to create a smaller version. Do not duplicate this, but use this in reference to build your own Ender farm. Rule number one. Rule number one. And I'm going to put this down here in the chat for you guys. Rule one. Build this in the Ender Dragon Fight Arena. First thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the Ender Dragon Fight Arena. What that's going to do is that's going to make sure no other mobs spawn. Rule number two that you guys are going to need to keep in mind is go to, I think it's Y0, or go to bottom of the end platform. Anyways, you're going to want to start off by going all the way down to the end in terms of the bottom. You're going to build out. So build, we'll say, I'd say probably about 30 to 40 blocks away from the island. What that's going to do is make sure that once we build this, all of your Endermen that will only spawn in the area specified. Now, the area that's going to be specified is going to be specified using regular blocks. So you have an area set up like this, right? It's going to be bigger. It's going to be bigger. And then you're going to have that surrounded by leaves or non-spawnable blocks. Leaves look pretty cool because a lot of people will use the leaves. And Endermen can run across leaves, but they can't spawn on them. So it helps control where they can spawn. So bam, 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 bam. You're gonna cover this. You're gonna do all this whole 9 yards right here. You're gonna make it look pretty, all right? You're gonna make it look beautiful. You're gonna have this platform. This is where the Enderman will spawn. So these guys are going to spawn here. So we're going to real quick do this. You're also going to build this the reason you're building it 40 to 50 areas out or blocks out is so that they can't run and teleport themselves anywhere else. I'm just doing this because we're gonna spawn some of these guys in. So you have Endermen that are gonna spawn just like so. Okay, you're gonna have Endermen that are gonna spawn. You're then going to have a path that they're gonna follow, like so. Again, scale is all relative, so you can make this probably, I'd say, about 15 blocks, something like that is what you're looking for. And then you're looking about that far. Then start going up. The reason why we're going to go up is because we're going to make a kill chamber. Yeah, see? I knew they were going to do that. That's why I didn't really care too terribly much. What they're going to do, though, is now you're going to run across here. You're going to build yourself up a little bit of, a railing. You want a little bit of a railing going. And this is just going to help funnel, make sure all of the Endermen don't get distracted or don't just fall off into the void. They're not going to be too terribly distracted in trying to run off into the void because we have a secret weapon that's going to keep their attention where it needs to be. So you've got all of this beautiful stuff in here. You've got all this set up. You're almost ready and good to go. You can even go around here if you want to and put up some barriers, some walls, however you choose you want to do it. It's entirely up to you guys in terms of how you build these type of platforms. Just make sure that you have a spawn area, meaning actual stones or end stone, whatever it may be for you. Then you have this type of a little pathway. You're then going to take and you're going to put trapdoors, okay? And then you're going to open the trapdoors, quote unquote open. Make sure they're facing down. You're then also going to build a chamber here that is going to house and hold your Enderman. This can be, typically it's only about 2 blocks wide. That's about all you need. 2 blocks wide is all you need. And the reason why is because you want your sword when you're attacking and killing these unfortunate poor souls. You want to make sure that you can reach them. You want to make sure that you can reach all of them. Because the whole point of this whole farm is you're going to be gaining XP from this. You're going to get ender pearls if you need to. Which these can be changed into hoppers. And then you can put a chest. I'll get to that here soon. And show you what we have set up. Bam, bam, bam. Again, trapdoors. Just like so. This is a normal trapdoor trick. All it does is it just basically tricks the Enderman into thinking they can run across this, when in reality, they cannot. It's very simple. It works. It works for mobs. It works for zombies, creepers. It's a very good trick to use. If you guys are ever trying to trick a mob into thinking it can run across something, use the trapdoor. They're beautiful. They're wonderful. They're magnificent. They work. It's awesome. So we're going to grab some hoppers just so I have this right here. We're going to go, we'll put it right here. Okay. And you're going to do something like this. Connect them all. Make sure that none of them are just pointing down. All of this will probably be level with the bottom of your build limit. So it should be at like Y0 to thereabouts. Something to that effect. You're going to take a chest. What we typically do and what we have on our setup over on the actual Java realm is we have this running into a dispenser. So we have this running into a dispenser. And that dispenser is going to, we're just going to use this as a setup here. But this is actually going to be, let's do this. Let's do this. Dropping items into lava. So I come down here and I grab a lava bucket. We'll catch on fire for like 3 seconds, but that's okay. I have Optifine on, that's why you guys can see with the light. What that does is that allows, let's see, let's not go this way, let's go this way. This allows for any excess items that you're going to be getting. Say you have looting 3 on the sword that you're using. You're going to get a lot of ender pearls when you're killing things. So you don't necessarily want all of those ender pearls to lag your game. So you do this. You set up your hoppers. You take slabs and you put them on the bottom side, or the top edge, I apologize, the top edge of the second block, the bottom side of the third block. This allows you to crouch underneath it, but your Enderman cannot see you. Another thing you can do to help make this look prettier is you can use carpeting, and you can very easily just carpet the floor. Then when the Endermen go on top of this, you know, they're just going to sit there. You can go here. They can't see you. You can't look at them. And you're good to go. You're good to go. At this point in time, everything pertaining to the Enderman is ready and set to go. Except for the bait. And the bait is the most grueling process ever. But it's very rewarding. So you've got your spawn platform here, and we'll take this, we'll expand this out one more. We're going to use spawn eggs to simulate all of this, but you've got your platform, you've got the place that they're going to go, but what on earth are they going to try to attack? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to leave a 1 block gap. So you have a trap door, you have a leaf block or a glass block, whatever it may be. You're going to take another block and you're going to put it right there. Okay? You're now going to take leaf blocks or glass blocks and you're going to cover that. Okay? Notice that I'm leaving this area right here open so that when they come up here, they can see right there. They can look at it. You are going to then put your rail in, and you're going to end up putting your ender mite in here. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going to show you guys how to get it there. Which realistically, you're going to need some regular blocks, or what I like to use in this situation is actually glass, because your Enderman won't spawn on it. It's a very, very, very beneficial tool to getting everything in the right area. You can even use that block and change it to glass so that you can see that your Endermite is still there. So, now you can take this. You can use glass all the way out here if you want to. You're going to have a path anyways that you want to protect and cover so that Enderman cannot spawn. And you're going to bring it to that area. So this, realistically, this should look like a tunnel. Realistically. And you've got all of this. You don't need this 3 high. You want to keep this part here 2 high so that Endermen don't spawn on it. So you've got all this. This is all good to go. You're happy, you're good, woo, you're fantastic. You've got this all set up. And you're walking over, and then you've got your little area over here where your Endermen are going to be spawning. You've got your dispenser. You can set this up with observers in an infinite loop type system with a switch to make it to where it will fire that dispenser and drop things into the lava. That's a relatively easy setup. I can quickly go over that as well if you guys need me to, and I'll do that right at the end as well. That's very simple. But this is the main part right here. This is your main components. This is your main components. You need to make sure that this spot right here is open. Notice that I'm still keeping that spot open in air in direct line of sight from somebody that would be sitting and standing right here. So now, we put rails, right? We're going to put rails. We're going to put a leaf block there temporarily for right now. We're going to put a rail here, and then we're going to do, and actually we're going to do it like this. We're gonna turn that to the side, and then I think I just need to do this. Actually, we don't even need the rail there. We just need to do this. You've got a rail here. We've got a minecart. You're gonna put a minecart down. You're gonna spawn an endermite. Okay? Which is using ender pearls and throwing them at the ground. There's a 1 in 20 chance that you will get it. It's a 5% chance. You're gonna spawn an endermite. You're then going to push that minecart with the endermite. And it will, when you get close, it'll try to attack you. But you're going to push it into this area. Right here. Okay? Once you've done that, you can destroy your rails. And you want to put a block on top of it so that nothing can attack it. So now, we've got the bait set up. We take out our temporary block. You also, it's advisable to name tag. How did I spell that? Oh, it's a space. Duh. It is advisable to, let's get to the anvil, to name your wonderful new friend. So we're just going to name it new friend. Okay. Name it before you put it in here. Because you can't name it once it's not there. So we got to set this up again. Yeah, we'll just let you go away. Alright. So we're going to do that again. Minecart. And endermite. New friend. We'll do it again. Endermite, new friend. Push that. It grabs it. Slides in. Bam, we're good. Alright. So then you can destroy this. We can kill these guys off. Apparently they have a lot of damage. Where's the other one? Where did the other one get off to? I think he despawned. They have a very quick despawn timer. So we cover that up. That prevents any type of spawning to happen, or despawning, I should say. We have our endermite there. There's a 1 block gap. We have trapdoors. And then we have our path to our enderman spawning platform. And this is about, if you want to do this to scale, you can do that to scale right there. So in terms of blocks, you're looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is 30 blocks right there. And that gets you just about from point A to point B. So now what's going to happen when I properly spell weather, and it's going to change eventually, is when I spawn these endermen, or when they naturally spawn in the end, you're going to have an amazing reaction. They're going to get mad. That's your setup. That is your setup, guys. And now I'm going to really quick show you guys exactly what it looks like in action, as well as what my redstone looks like. That way you guys, if you need to make it, you can easily duplicate it and be getting all sorts and all kinds of wonderful, wonderful XP. You can get about 30 XP, 30 levels of XP in about 3 minutes, something like that. Nothing too crazy. But let me really quick switch over to that, and we'll get it going. Okay, so we've made it down here to our end portal. I don't know what I did wrong in my other world, but the end portal didn't activate. But that's okay. This is in our survival world, and you know, we're doing all kinds of craziness. I've got daylight sensors, all kinds of wildness going on. This is where you fight your Ender Dragon. We've already beat the Ender Dragon, done many things. We went to the end cities, so this has already been developed, as we'll call it. You can see we've mined some end stone. But what we're worried about is over here. We're worried about over here on this corner. And I'll pull up my F3 so that you guys can see what is going on. But this is where our Ender Farm is. We don't have any fancy pathways or anything like that. But we do have walls to make sure people don't fall off. But you've got this here. Now we have went out a very good ways. You can see here we're going off of the main island. And we're going all the way down there. Now we put ourselves an enchanting room with a table right next to it so that people can enchant things. But this is the type of pathway you're looking for. It's just a very simple pathway. We've got leaves on it. I'm using Optifine, which is why you see leaves moving. I also have a different texture pack. Typically you'd be underneath there, but I'm going to show you guys what's going on up here first. That way you can see what is going on. That way we are all on the same page, which is very, very crucial when trying to learn all these new fangled crazy things. So if I do this, I have to do that. Alright, it didn't let me up. That's okay. That is okay. I have a white stained glass. So we'll just hop on top of that, hop on top of this. Notice this is all glass, and then you have leaves underneath it. We have our little rail here, which we have set. And we have our Endermite right there. And if you can hear it, you guys might not be able to right now, because I think I've got the desktop volume a little bit quiet, is we've got Enderman all ready to go, all in there, set up the exact same way. Notice that there is an air block between the Endermite and where the Endermen spawn. Now, there are no Endermen spawning because all of them are right there. So we'll go kill them and you will see how many and how quickly this thing refills. But you can see it's just a normal platform. It has stone blocks there, leaf blocks there. The one that we have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got, you could do another fifth one if you wanted to, but you're looking 5 on each side for the leaves, and then 7 by 6 for the spawn platform. Spawn platform ends, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 8 before you start coming up. And they're all looking at me like, what the heck, man? What's going on? But if I come down here, this is our little dispenser system. It's covered in glass, so we can't do anything, can't get hurt. And this is our little system. Now, we are at Y1, meaning this is Y0 that I'm looking at. You can see my target block on the right-hand side of the screen says -286, 0, -40. So you cannot build beneath 0. We have our hoppers. Unfortunately, we have issues with keeping the carpet, so it is what it is. You don't need the carpet. It just kind of happens that way. And I have a sign here remembering to turn this off because it can create a little bit of lag. But it's a very simple setup. Lever, sticky piston. This observer is actually powering a block, which is sitting next to the dispenser, which powers the dispenser. So when you flip it on, it dumps stuff out. Nothing big, nothing crazy, no big problems. Still the same setup. 2 high on the 3rd high, you're good. And then you can see there, I have the minecart sitting with the Endermite there. When I go, and I'm actually going to switch out this sword, Because this sword has looting 3 on it. Let's see. Do I have... Where is my other swords? Weapon and tools. We'll throw this down. We'll get this one that has sweeping edge 3, which I do recommend, and then mending. We'll do that. Throw this back in here. When I attack these guys, you're going to get a lot of damage. You can see, I've got fire aspect on too, so I can do a lot of damage to them. You can see all of the XP swarming in. All of the XP swarming. Look at that. Look at my levels. Just pouring. Let me see if I can get ahead of these guys a little bit. Alright. And now let's really quick run over here. You see how they're all spawning and instantly running in there? It's because they want to kill that endermite. If I kill more... and I go back over here, you will see they spawn, get mad, and take off. Now this most likely, from what it looks like, only happens in the end. But you see, look at all this XP just laying on the ground. Just laying on the ground. Now you can get hit by the Enderman, so I advise staying towards the back end of where this is. Notice all of that, all of those Ender Pearls are going in here. So they're getting funneled into the dispenser. You turn your dispenser on, and it just spits them out into lava and instantly destroys them. Then you can sit here, hack away. I'm already at level 40. That was 6 levels that we gained. And you can just do this. You can do this continuously. There will always be Endermen that will spawn. And you sit here and have a blast. And you can see, look at that. Look at the amount of XP that is pouring into me right now. That's why Enderman Farms are so amazing, so beneficial. But the big things to take away from this build, if you choose to build it yourself, and your dispenser keeps up with you pretty much. It is difficult for it to get behind on you. The big things to take away from this are your spawn platform size. Okay? The fact that there's a spawn area surrounded by leaves. And then there is a path running away from that spawn area. Do not build a central little drop zone for your Enderman. It's not going to work because you have to draw them somewhere. You have to draw them to a specific place. In this case, you're drawing them to their worst enemy, which is an Endermite, which they hate. And once you do all of that, then you're good to go. Look at that. How many times can you say that you've had that happen? Where you just have to sit there and watch your levels and XP just flow in. I'm gonna eat some steak here before I die. They almost got me. They done almost got me. And you can kind of see them. They're really wanting to get it. But that's it. That's what it takes. That's an Enderman farm. That's what it looks like. And very simple. Biggest thing is make sure you defeat the Ender Dragon and build all of this in the end. You want that bottom layer at Y0, the lowest point that you can build at. Build away from the island. That's another big thing. We went out, as you can see, a very long ways. A very, very long ways. Use non-spawnable blocks, glass, bottom slabs, leaves are going to be crucial to this type of a build. And you'll be good to go. If you're having any issues, look at these elements. Do you have your Endermite alive? Sometimes they'll die if you don't have them name tagged, if you don't have them in a minecart, if you have them too close to where the Endermen are dropping down, they may die. So make sure that that is correct. Again, that's 1 block away from your drop zone, your kill zone. So 1 block, it's on the 2nd block over. Okay? Once you have that, you're good to go. Cover that in leaf blocks. Make sure that they can't jump down and drop down on it. Make sure your platform is set up. Make sure the stairs are set up. Other than that, you're set. You're good. Go ahead. Go enjoy your Enderman Farm. Go enjoy your beautiful, wonderful, fantastic Enderman Farm. Because you're going to love it. I know it for a fact. But I am the Crayfish. I stream on Facebook at facebook.com/crayfishlife. The 1 in fish is a number 1. And I hope that you guys enjoy the video. I hope that this helps. If you guys ever want to check out streams, they happen roughly around 10 p.m. almost every day. And if not, you can easily send me a message. I'll let you know when the next one is. There's plenty of videos of the streams up over on that Facebook page. And make sure that your piece comes with some chicken grease. Because in the words of the great Big Jiggly Panda, there's no other way. You gotta have your piece with chicken grease. I will catch you all later. It has been an honor. It has been a pleasure. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.